In today's What If episode, I'm going to explore the concept of warp Digivolving hybrid Digimon. Bandai introduced the first hybrids that could warp into their counterparts in the form of Agumon and Loweemon. Remember, if you enjoy the What If series that I do here on the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel to follow on my newest content. I typically do Monday through Thursday uploads, but because I haven't gotten any of the new set yet, I really want to deck test before posting any more deck profiles, which may be another week or two. Thank you for understanding, and as always, the support. Funny enough, Bandai's solution to the warp Digivolving hybrid was very simple in the form of an option card, Evolution Ancient. The downside of this card is that even though you can warp into the Ancient form for 0, there is no memory reduction and no deletion at end of turn. In some decks that utilize this, AncientKazemon has it much easier to throw hybrids into the trash and facilitate additional resources to hand on deletion by playing a Flamemon. But none of the hybrids get this option, and in my opinion, it's lazy design. AncientKazemon gets additional security checks for each hybrid in its Digivolution stack, a typical attribute of red. AncientGarurumon gets the Unsuspend effect, which is a typical effect for blue Digimon. AncientTroymon from Double Diamond gets to suspend Digimon when your opponent attacks, a trait of green Digimon. But what if a warp Digivolving Arbormon would have allowed you to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon to go into AncientTroymon for free? Just to highlight a pseudo Digizorption effect because AncientTroymon is going to get deleted at end of turn anyway. Moving to next adventure, this is where a lot of the ancient Digimon are, missing only the Water Spirit Ranamon and the Steel Spirit Mercurymon. But let's be real, no one wants to see blue have 6 hybrid options, though if I were to predict what Ranamon's effect would be, it'd probably be the Loweemon's motif of playing Digimon sources, and Mercurymon would have some blocker effects. I digress though, as this video's purpose is looking at the potential of warp Digivolving Digimon. So keep in mind, all of these Digimon would have default inheritables of, when Digivolving to their ancient counterparts, reduce the evolution cost by 2. But for their default effects? Let's talk. For Kumamon, maybe when you Digivolve you may play 1 level 3 Digimon from this Digimon's Digivolution sources, then pay 1 memory to Digivolve into AncientMegatheriummon. Source play seems to be a common thing that's played in Next Adventure. Or for Kazemon, instead of immediate deletion at the end of the turn, you warp Digivolve into AncientKazemon and her deletion happens at the end of your opponent's turn. For AncientBeetlemon, maybe Beetlemon has to suspend another Digimon you control in order to go into AncientBeetlemon for 1. AncientVolcanomon could have probably had a Grumblemon that has blocker, that when the Digimon blocks, Digivolve it into AncientVolcanomon on your opponent's turn and then you have a really big beefy blocker to block with. Though this would start putting Bandai into a game where you can start interacting more on your opponent's turn, which is a big no-no in my book. Maybe AncientSphinxmon, you trash 1 card in your hand and pay 1 memory to warp into it, a common theme of purple. But honestly, in trying to make this video and look at all the hybrid cards that are available as ancient, I can see where Bandai would significantly struggle with this. That in the end, just make a Mega Digimon Fusion equivalent for hybrids. 1 and done. No need to print more of these cards. Because coming up with unique effects for each one is honestly kinda painful. Not gonna lie, I sat down and brainstormed ideas for a little bit, and couldn't really think of balanced ideas. However, in my honest opinion, I am all for equal representation and treatment of all characters in this Digimon card game. Unfortunately, equal representation is so hard to ask for, considering most of the time we get a new Agumon of some form in every freaking set. Do you think the other 6 legendary warriors, and I say 6 instead of 8, because 2 of them don't even have a card made yet, should have had cards similar to the promo Agumon and Loweemon? Or do you think Bandai's choice of Evolution Ancient was appropriate? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. This is Digi-Panda, logging out.